I just can't imagine that finding a waterfall can be so damn hard.
I've been trying to make this video for about a week now.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, and the weather has not cooperated. And then on the one day that it did, which was Friday, I ended up getting a terrible, actually 2 big holes in my tire.
We were out for 3 minutes.
Yeah, we were out for 3 minutes. We didn't even make it out of our alley past our house.
Right.
So that kind of blew the day.
Right, so today we're going to attempt to find a waterfall for a project that we're going to be working on a little bit later on this summer.
Right.
So come along with us and we'll check out this waterfall. All right, let's get our butt going.
Yes, it's beautiful today.
It is.
This is an even better day than Friday.
The reason we're adamant about finding this waterfall today is because this time of the year on the Katy Trail, there's no leaves. That way you can find all kinds of hidden treasures.
This is one of the first bridges that we'll cross on the Katy Trail leading from the North Jefferson City Trailhead, and it's just really cool.
Yep.
Nice, cool little bridge. This is the first of quite a few bridges that we're going to be crossing. And there are differences in the bridges, but we'll tell you more about that later.
And one thing about that bridge too is that when we first started riding our bikes, our acoustic bikes on this over, gosh, it was about 15 years ago now.
Yeah.
We could only make it to that bridge, and that was only like maybe a quarter of a mile,
Right.
as far as we could make it.
Yeah, because both of us were a little bit more beefier back then.
So we've been riding this trail, like I said, for a couple decades. And one time we were out here, and there was a couple that we saw at one of the rest areas here, and they said they were from Iowa, and we talked to them for a little while, and they took off on down the trail. And we saw them kind of hanging out on the side of the trail a little bit later, and they're just sitting there. You know, they're off their bikes, and they're kind of embracing looking over this field, and we were trying to figure out, you know, what they were looking at. And when we got close to them, we said, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, we had just got done talking to them, and they're going, "This is so beautiful. We just don't have this back where we come from.
It's so green.
It's so green." And we're like, "Yeah, it's a sod farm." They were like,
and it was so funny because they both kind of went at the same time.
Oh. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
The overpasses that you see here is Missouri Highway 63, which ironically used to be our turnaround point because we couldn't go any further. We would get here, have a drink, sit here in the shade, and then we'd head back the other way.
So we're coming up on this bridge here, and it's Cedar Creek Bridge. And it's you know what? We don't know exactly which type of bridge this is.
There's differences in the different kinds of trusses on the bridges, but we don't know. There are 2 different types of truss bridges on the trail, pony truss and through truss, but they both accomplish the same thing. The use of vertical and horizontal beams makes the bridge more rigid and less likely to twist or sag under load. The framework distributes the load of the bridge so that each beam shares a portion. Truss bridges were designed to carry heavy loads, yet they're relatively lightweight. But really, that's enough about bridges. We're on to something a little more spooky.
Okay, we've gotten to this place that this time of the year is not as scary.
Because
okay?
there's no leaves, but during the summertime, it gets just totally covered. It's just a canopy.
It's dark
dense,
in here, right?
And it's dark.
So we call it Sleepy Hollow.
Because it's kind of scary.
Yeah, we kind of think that the Headless Horseman is going to come flying through here and whatever.
Yeah. Right
now, I think it's just a guy coming on his bike right now.
So we got to
we better get out of the way.
Yeah.
So as you can see, Sleepy Hollow is a pretty cool area. It's just not as scary this time of year. Oh, this type of bridge is just a plain old bridge. We don't know what type it is. It's just a plain old bridge. We were just starting to settle in on the ride and enjoy ourselves. Then this.
Our first tree of the season across
the road.
Yeah, and this is a good one because, as you can see, it's going all the way across.
Right. So we're going to have to lug our bikes over.
We're going to lug our bikes away. Hey, Lisa, why don't you go around this way, over here.
Okay.
You probably get right over that.
Okay.
There you go. Can you get that?
I think so.
Watch out for the little middle thing in the middle of your bike there. Give a little throttle. Oh, there you go. I like it.
There we go.
Here across. All right. Trees. Ugh. A couple years ago, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. A couple years ago, we got caught and we ended up having to cut a tree down.
Yep.
Okay, we're through that.
All right. So we caught our breath and continued down the trail. Now, there are a lot of little communities on the trail that aren't big enough to have a trailhead, and Claysville is one of those.
So we are at Claysville.
Yeah.
Claysville. It's just,
little bitty, wide place in the road.
it is. Now the only thing that's here is that what you see behind me over here. That's the Claysville store.
Restaurant, yeah.
There's a restaurant, yeah. And I think they have like little knickknacks. They had little knickknacks in there.
Right. And they had very limited hours, but they had been open for years and years.
Yeah. You could get chicken and ham, home style.
Yeah, it was served home style. They just gave you big bowls at your table, and everybody just took whatever they wanted out of it.
Well, we came down here about a week ago with the Ashland Cycle Club.
Yeah.
And they informed us that the owner died.
Yeah.
So
it's probably not going to open up again.
Yeah,
so. Which is kind of sad. The food was pretty good.
It was pretty good. We went here one time, probably about
it's been a long time.
Probably 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, a lot of mosquitoes down here in the summertime.
Ordinarily, we don't stop here in the summer because the mosquitoes are insane down here.
Yeah.
So, and it feels a little spooky sometimes too, because it's kind of deserted.
Yeah, nobody comes out here because of mosquitoes, I'm sure. But anyway, this is Claysville, like I said. There's just like a little bridge right over here. And other than that, that's kind of what we got. We're going to head on down the road.
See ya.
Yeah, the bluffs here are so cool because you don't get to see them.
Right.
Except for this time of the year. I mean, you can stop and get off your bike and kind of go through the woods, but you're really not supposed to be going through the woods outside of the trail. But it's cool you can see it this time of the year. That's why I like to come out here.
Yeah, a lot of people would argue that it is gray and, the trees aren't very pretty, but I don't know. I just think it's beautiful any time of year as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I think it has seasons.
Yeah.
See? You know what I mean? You go down here, and if it's, the only time I really want to be out here if it's a snow.
Ooh, wait a minute. I got to direct your eyes to those trees.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Oh, gosh. I'm glad they're not over the
trail.
Yeah, because I'm not going to try to, get the bike up over those. So.
Yeah.
And where we think the waterfall is.
We don't know exactly because we don't get to see this time of the year, but we know that it's close because we always see on the left-hand side we always see the
there's a barn in
there's a barn and a field out there, so we kind of know, and we're starting to see that barn now. So we are on the search for the waterfall.
On the hunt.
All right, so now we see the barn over here on the left. So it's got to be here somewhere. I hope we didn't go too far.
I don't think we have, not yet.
I don't think we did either.
Yeah, I think it's coming up. We'll see. We'll probably get up around this bend.
Yeah,
it'll probably be there.
It is so crazy because when we discovered it originally, we were just riding along and we heard water running after it had rained. And we're like, where the heck is that water cascading from? And then we pulled over on the side and boom, there it was.
It's a weird little oasis. It's shaded and it's beautiful, and there's little wildflowers growing all around it, and it's really kind of cool.
So we were getting into that part of the show when we didn't know where we were on the Katy Trail. We didn't know if we had missed it, if we had just gone too far or not gone far enough. Just when we decided, maybe we will cut back, this happened.
Oh, here it is.
Here it is.
Here it is. We got it.
We found it.
All right, let's pull over here. We'll talk about it. I like it. So we made it.
We got here. Ta-da!
This guy's crazy. Now,
is.
We're a bunch of old people, so we ain't crawling up there.
No.
But this time of the year is kind of cool because we can see all of this.
Right.
We can't see it in the summertime.
And like I said, it gets very cool. There's flowers everywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Right now it's all brown, but it is really neat.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of water coming down now.
Yeah.
But in the summertime, I mean, that's just a curtain of water up there, which is really kind of cool.
Yeah.
So.
And we'll come back this summer and we'll get pictures of this because we're working on a project.
We're working on a series of this kind of things on Katy Trail.
Right.
So keep an eye out for that.
That's right. So we dropped a pin in Google Maps on the location of the waterfall. And since we were only a couple miles from the next trailhead, we decided to head on into the little town of Hartsburg. Hartsburg is a pretty small community, but their one claim to fame is that every year in October they have a pumpkin festival. We've attended this festival a whole bunch of times, so be on the lookout for a video on it in October.
After we had finished our tour of the small town of Hartsburg, we headed back to the trailhead for a bathroom break and some snacks. So it looked like the shadows were getting long. We were definitely getting tired. So it was time to head our butts back home. So if you like this type of adventure, be sure and let us know in the comments. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and get your butt outside. See you in the next video.